Welcome to the chosen path. Listen carefully, because this isn't just another moment in your life. It's a spotlight so bright it can't be ignored. When God wants to shine a light on someone, He doesn't hand them a candle. No, He brings the sun. And when the sun rises, everyone notices. Everyone, from your quiet supporters to your loudest critics, can't help but stare. They're watching, trying to figure out how you got here, maybe a little nervous, maybe even questioning everything they thought they knew. But this isn't about showing off. This is about showing up. You see, God isn't putting you in this spotlight for fame, attention, or applause. He's putting you here to reveal something powerful about you. Something that's been waiting, hidden, or even overlooked for too long. That power, the one that makes people pause when you walk into a room, isn't loud or flashy. It's real, raw, and unstoppable. And now, suddenly, everyone around you has to deal with it. They don't see just another face in the crowd anymore. They see strength. They see purpose. And whether they like it or not, they have to respect it. This moment isn't about proving people wrong. It isn't about satisfying their doubts or getting revenge. It's about stepping into a level of truth that can't be ignored. Every glance, every whispered comment, every shift in the room is a quiet acknowledgement something has changed. You've arrived, and they can't turn it off. And here's something else to understand. Being chosen isn't about comfort. It's not about making things easy or staying in the background. This spotlight doesn't exist to entertain. It exists to shake up everything ordinary. Your presence is a disruption. For some, it's uncomfortable. For others, it's downright unsettling. People who have spent their lives playing it safe, doing the minimum, and following the usual routines, they aren't ready for this. They weren't ready for you. But that's the thing. You weren't put here to fit in. You were put here to stand out, to push limits, to challenge the quiet rules that everyone else has been living by. Just by being yourself, by showing up fully in your own power, you're raising the bar. And yes, that makes some people uneasy. It makes them confront truths about their own lives, truths they've been avoiding. Your energy, your confidence, your quiet power, it doesn't just light up the room. It changes the room. It forces people to see something they weren't ready to see. That mediocrity isn't the standard anymore. That hidden strength exists in ways they didn't expect. And that being chosen means you are operating on a level they can't reach. This is your moment. The spotlight isn't a burden. It's a declaration. It's a call to step into your full power, to be unapologetically yourself, and to let the world catch up. And here's the best part: the higher you rise, the more obvious it becomes who you are, and the more the world, including those who doubted or doubted you, has to recognize it. You weren't sent here to make anyone feel comfortable. You weren't put on this path to make people feel like their choices, their paths, or their limitations were okay. No, your presence is a challenge. Just by standing in your own power, you force others to face questions they've been avoiding. Am I doing enough? Am I living fully? Am I really where I'm supposed to be? And here's the truth. Some people respond with motivation, but others, well, they feel threatened. They see your drive, your clarity, and your unwavering focus, and it forces them to look at their own half-hearted efforts. The moment you step fully into your light, the world changes. The attention on you isn't just about you, it's a mirror reflecting the gaps in everyone else's life. Suddenly, those who were content to coast in mediocrity have to choose step up and meet the challenge, or stay safe in their comfort zone, hiding from the truth. And let me tell you, comfort will never feel the same for them again. Then there's something else that happens. You break labels and destroy boxes. Society loves labels. They help people categorize, control, and predict. But when you're chosen, those labels stop working. People will try to define you, call you shy, quiet, unremarkable. But none of that fits anymore. Labels crumble in the presence of your true self. Every expectation, every assumption they had about you is being challenged. When God shines a spotlight on you, it doesn't just illuminate you. It exposes the truth in a way that can't be ignored. Now, people who thought they knew you or underestimated you are forced to see sides of you they never imagined existed. Maybe they thought you were quiet, too reserved, or even invisible. But now, under the light of purpose, all those assumptions fall away. They can no longer pin you down. They can't package you neatly and honestly. The raw, unfiltered truth can be intimidating. And that's where your power comes from. You're showing the world that you cannot be boxed in, and in doing so, you also show yourself just how strong and capable you truly are. The reaction from others, a mix of disbelief, unease, and forced respect. They can't deny your presence. They can't ignore the fact that you've outgrown their expectations, their judgments, and their limitations. You've shattered the average box they tried to put you in. You've become a walking testament to strength, courage, and resilience. And the spotlight doesn't just reveal you. It exposes how narrow-minded some people have been. They'll never look at you the same way again. And maybe that's exactly how it should be. Finally, understand this: what you're seeing isn't luck. This is real proof of God's favor. This isn't about money, fame, or surface-level achievements. It's about a deeper force, one that cannot be earned, bought, or manipulated. This is a divine affirmation, and it's undeniable. People may see your success, your growth, and your influence, but they don't see the battles behind it. They don't see the nights of doubt, the challenges you've conquered, or the moments when everything seemed to be falling apart. Yet here you are, standing stronger, brighter, and more unshakable than ever. Your journey isn't just yours, it's evidence for the world that God's favor is real, purposeful, and transformative. You're living proof that even when everything seems impossible, when every obstacle is stacked against you, divine timing, perseverance, and unwavering faith can place you exactly where you're meant to be. There's something called divine favor, and it's unlike anything the world can give. It isn't earned by playing by the rules, and it can't be bought or manipulated. Divine favor is what carries you when your own strength runs out, when logic says it's over, and when nothing in your circumstances makes sense. It's that unseen hand that held you up in the storms, the quiet force that kept you moving when everything told you to quit. People around you can feel it. Even if they don't have the words for it, they can sense there's something different about you. Something rare, something not of this world. Some are drawn to it, inspired and moved by it. Others, though, feel uneasy, even jealous. Why? Because deep down they realize this kind of favor can't be manufactured by hustle or strategy. Hard work alone won't open doors like this. This is the kind of blessing they can't copy, can't control, and can't deny. And that truth unsettles them. You're not just a success story standing in the spotlight. You're living proof of a bigger plan. A reminder that life is more than what we can see, predict, or understand. For the people watching you, this is both terrifying and awe-inspiring. It shakes them awake. It whispers that there's more to life than just surviving, more than just doing what everyone else does. But here's something even deeper. When God puts you in the spotlight, He's not only revealing you, He's also revealing the people around you. He's showing you who's really been for you, and who's been against you the entire time. When you rise, it's like a mirror appears. The ones who doubted you, spoke against you, or secretly hoped you'd fail can no longer hide behind polite smiles or casual words. The light is too bright now, their true feelings are exposed. People who once whispered behind your back now have to watch your rise out in the open. That's the power of divine favor. It doesn't just elevate you, it unmasks what's been hidden all along. Quiet jealousy, secret resentment, fake support. All of it comes into the light. Some may still act like your success doesn't bother them, but the spotlight shows what's real and what's not. It strips away the masks they've been wearing for years. And yes, it can feel hot in the center of that attention. But remember this, the heat is twice as uncomfortable for the people who've been against you. In the end, this is a blessing. Now you know who was truly with you and who never was. That's valuable information for the next chapter of your life. There's another cost of the spotlight most people don't talk about. When God elevates you, your journey starts revealing other people's weaknesses. Suddenly, people who once ignored you start watching you like a hawk. They dissect your choices, your words, and even the small things that never mattered before. It's not because they care about you. It's because your rise makes them look at themselves. Your success reminds them of their own untapped potential, their own delayed dreams. Instead of dealing with that discomfort, some of them project it onto you. They want to find cracks in your story, mistakes in your process, and flaws they can point to so they can say, "See, it's nothing special. They're no different from me." That way, they don't have to face the truth that your success is real and earned, that divine favor is real and unstoppable. It can be exhausting at times. Every slip feels magnified, every mistake seems louder. But this is the price of carrying something bigger than yourself. This is what it means to walk in the kind of light that doesn't just expose your victories, but reveals the hidden truths around you. And though it can be tiring, it's also freeing. Because no matter how closely they watch, no one can take away what God has given you. When God lifts you up, it's never just to put you on display. It's to make you stronger. Every bit of attention, every glance, every whispered opinion isn't meant to break you. It's meant to fortify you. Think about it, the more eyes are on you, the more pressure builds. But that pressure isn't a trap. It's a test, a refining process. As people scrutinize you, try to figure you out, or whisper their doubts, what they really see is something undeniable. You weren't placed here by accident. Every step, every move, every achievement is part of a plan far bigger than them, and no amount of second guessing on their part can erase it. So let them watch. Let them speculate. Let them dig for flaws that aren't there. Because at the end of the day, their opinions don't shape your path. They can only reveal their own limitations. What God has started in your life is unstoppable. Your growth, your rise, your destiny. They continue whether anyone approves or not. This attention, it's not about them. It's about you becoming exactly who you were meant to be. And here's something even more powerful. When God puts you in the spotlight, He gives you power without needing approval. Suddenly, people who never cared about you or your journey start paying attention. Some are genuinely inspired and want to support you. But let's be honest, others just want a piece of your light. They want to ride your wave without doing any of the work that got you there. They think proximity to you is a shortcut to success, as if your energy alone can elevate them without effort. You'll notice the sudden attention. Old acquaintances showing up, people who ignored you before acting like lifelong supporters, and even some who quietly doubted you now pretending they knew all along. At first, It may feel flattering, but if you look closely, it becomes clear not everyone is here for you. They're here for what you represent. They want access to your momentum, your energy, and your influence without lifting a finger themselves. This is where discernment becomes your greatest skill. Pay attention to who truly celebrates you without expecting anything in return and who is simply along for the ride. The real supporters will stick around when it's hard, when challenges come, and when nothing looks glamorous. The fake ones. They vanish the moment it's not easy, the moment they have to give more than they get. Time, pressure, and challenges reveal who's really in your corner. And now, number 8, breaking free from the narrow, conventional definitions of success. In a world obsessed with checklists, awards, titles, trophies, Instagram-worthy trips, you might feel like you're messing things up. And in a way, you are. But that's the point. True greatness isn't found in someone else's formula. It's found in stepping beyond what the world expects. The spotlight isn't there for you to follow rules or fit into a neat box. It's there to show the world that real success is bigger, deeper, and more authentic than they've been taught to believe. You're not here to conform. You're here to redefine what it means to rise. You're breaking old boundaries, refusing to be limited by checklists or standards that never fit you anyway. Your journey proves that success isn't about appearances or accolades. It's about purpose, strength, and impact. And the best part, those who thought they understood success are now forced to watch as you rewrite the rules in real time. Some people are running after the latest trends, trying to keep up with everyone else but you. You're moving to your own rhythm. You're dancing to a beat that feels right for you, not the one that makes the world comfortable. And here's the truth, it's never been about how many zeros are in your bank account, how many followers you have, or how flashy your lifestyle looks online. Real success doesn't live in numbers or likes. It lives in impact, creativity, and authenticity. It's about leaving a mark on the world that matters, creating something that improves lives, inspires minds, and elevates hearts. You're not out here chasing compliments or applause. You're earning respect because you are genuine, brave, and bold enough to live life on your own terms. The conventional ways people define success can seem outdated, almost laughably so, like using a flip phone in a world full of smartphones. Why settle for outdated rules when you can create your own standards? You're not just climbing someone else's ladder. You're building your own playground, exploring spaces most people wouldn't dare step into. Yes, it's risky. Yes, people might not understand your path. But greatness rarely comes from comfort zones. You're showing the world that true success comes from courage, creativity, and curiosity, not checklists and trophies. And by living this way, you're inspiring others to question their own paths, to ask themselves, what does success mean for me? Am I living a life that's true to who I really am? While others are busy comparing themselves to neighbors, colleagues, or strangers online, you're busy breaking rules, redefining the game, and showing that success isn't a destination. It's a journey. It's a journey of growth, exploration, and self-discovery. And let's be honest, who would rather be the trailblazer, forging a new path, than just another face blending into the crowd? You're creating a version of success that's untouchable, deeply meaningful, and personal. And in doing so, you're paving the way for a world where fulfillment matters more than recognition or trophies. After all, wouldn't you rather be praised for being authentically yourself than celebrated as just another trophy on someone else's shelf? Number 9. You're rewriting the definition of real success in a world obsessed with shallow markers. Money, fancy cars, viral fame, or social media attention. You're showing that true success isn't external, it's internal, spiritual, and purpose-driven. By being in this spotlight, you're proving that the most powerful victories come from alignment with your purpose, from striving to make a meaningful difference in the lives of others, and from building a life rooted in values, not validation. Watching you live this way forces those around you to confront their own choices. Many have built their lives chasing approval and superficial indicators, often at the cost of who they really are. Your journey exposes the contrast. Real success isn't a trophy or a title. It's growth, service, connection, and authenticity. It's the path you walk, not a place you arrive at. The lessons you're learning, the wisdom you're gaining, and the lives you touch along the way. Those are the true markers of achievement. So remember this: when you follow your own rhythm, when you redefine success for yourself, you're not just creating a life you love. You're changing the way everyone else sees what's possible. You're living proof that success is bigger, deeper, and far more rewarding than the world has been trying to sell people for centuries. Some people measure success as a checklist: the things they've bought, the titles they've earned, and the trips they've taken. But you've discovered something different. You've realized that success isn't about collecting trophies. It's about living fully, connecting deeply, and using your journey to lift others. And let's be honest, that perspective can be shocking to people stuck in old definitions. They may not understand how you can find joy and purpose in ways that don't fit their narrow expectations. Your spotlight is more than a stage. It's a mirror reflecting the truth that real happiness comes from living genuinely, embracing vulnerability, and building connections that matter. The courage to follow your own path, even when it means facing criticism or walking alone, creates ripples. Others watching you start to rethink their own lives. They begin asking themselves, could I live like that? Could I define my own success? And even if it challenges everything they've believed, your journey gives them permission to explore it. Redefining success for yourself isn't selfish, it's revolutionary. It's a signal to the people around you that there's more than one way to live a meaningful life, and that their true potential isn't limited by society's checklist or anyone else's expectations. You're not just chasing your own purpose, you're helping open doors for others to find theirs. Number 10. Unwavering honesty that shines through the shadows. Being in the center of the spotlight doesn't just show what you've achieved. It reveals the path that brought you here. Every struggle, every moment when life felt unbearable, now glows under the light. True character isn't proven when everything is easy. It's forged in moments of struggle when no one is watching. Your honesty through hardship shows your strength. Many people shine when things are smooth, but you've proven your spirit when life tested you the most. Each setback, each failure, each heartbreak was met with perseverance and integrity. You didn't cut corners or compromise your values for quick wins or approval from others. You stuck to your principles, even when it would have been easier to take the easy route. That's what sets you apart. When people see your story under this spotlight, they don't just see success, they see resilience, integrity, and unwavering honesty. They see that your achievements aren't superficial. They're rooted in lessons learned, battles fought, and principles held firm. That's what makes your journey powerful. It motivates others to face their own challenges and find the inner strength they didn't know they had. Your story is a living example that real strength is quiet but steady, built on integrity, persistence, and purpose. In a world where compromise is often encouraged for recognition or success, Your unwavering commitment becomes a lighthouse of hope. You've shown that it's possible to rise, thrive, and stay true to yourself at the same time. Number 11. Breaking free from apology-based trust. There's no room for explaining yourself or seeking validation when you've been chosen for greatness. This isn't about bragging or making anyone else feel small. It's about confidently owning your journey. You've worked hard, faced obstacles, and now you stand at a level many can only dream of. You don't need to soften your achievements for anyone's comfort. When you step into the room, your presence speaks volumes. People notice. Some are inspired, some are awestruck, and some simply can't believe what they're seeing. You're not here to adjust for anyone's expectations. You're here to be fully yourself, unapologetically. Your confidence is magnetic, your story is compelling, and your light is undeniable. Every look, every whisper, every head turned in your direction is a reminder you've arrived on your own terms. You don't need anyone else's permission or approval to shine. And that, more than anything, sets you apart as someone not just successful, but truly extraordinary. Sometimes, your rise can feel a little shocking to people who are still wading in the shallow end. You weren't sent here to tiptoe or play it safe. You're here to make waves, shake up the status quo, and show what it really means to step into your power. Think about that one friend who shows up to a party in a bold, unforgettable outfit. You can't help but notice them, admire them, and maybe even feel a little intimidated. That's exactly the kind of energy you carry. People have a choice. They can either lean in, step up, and face the challenge, or they can step back and cling to the comfort of what they already know. And that's okay. Your job isn't to make everyone else comfortable. It's to fully embrace who you are and the gifts you bring into the world. Your rise isn't about making others shine brighter than you. It's about lighting a fire that inspires everyone around you to show their best selves. Some people might feel uneasy because your confidence makes them confront fears they've been avoiding. But you're not here to cater to their insecurities. You're here to show that true confidence isn't arrogance. It's knowing your worth and standing tall without apology. So don't hold back. Let your confidence shine, loud and unapologetic. You've earned your place, and it's not just about claiming your success. It's about embracing it fully and letting it fuel the changes you're meant to make. Number 12, being in the spotlight doesn't just make you successful. It makes you a force for change. This isn't about personal glory or being the center of attention for attention's sake. It's about stepping into a role that has spiritual weight, a calling that challenges people to rethink their lives, confront their comfort zones, and take the bold steps they need to grow. People are drawn to your energy because it's authentic, powerful, and purpose-driven. Your presence sparks something deeper in them. It's a reminder that life is bigger than surface-level goals and small victories. When you walk into a room, you don't just occupy space, you shift the atmosphere. You have the kind of presence that makes people stop and think about their own lives, question what's holding them back, and imagine what's possible. That's the mark of real leadership. Leadership isn't about titles, paychecks, or status. It's about direction, influence, and the ability to guide others towards something greater. And here's the reality. Leadership isn't always easy. Change is uncomfortable, messy, and often resisted. People push back, feel uncertain, or even resent your presence because it forces them to face truths they'd rather ignore. But your role isn't to smooth the edges for them. It's to show by example that discomfort is a signal of growth, a necessary step toward transformation. When you step into your power, You give others permission to do the same. You show them that real progress comes when they challenge themselves, confront their fears, and embrace their potential. This is what makes you not just successful, but transformational. Your journey, your confidence, and your unapologetic embrace of who you are become a beacon. You don't just rise, you lift others, ignite change, and leave a mark that goes far beyond your own achievements. Your journey isn't just about you. It's about the ripple effect you create. Every time you rise, every time you face your fears and take bold steps forward, you're sending a message to the world. Growth comes from courage, from stepping into the unknown, and from refusing to settle for the ordinary. When you lift others up along the way, it sparks a chain reaction, a wave of inspiration that reaches far beyond what you can see. People begin to realize that they too can create change in their lives, in their communities, and in the world around them. This spotlight you're in isn't just for showing off your strength. It's a call to action. The more you live your purpose, the more others are drawn to do the same. You're not just traveling through life, you're leading a movement that challenges old norms, breaks down barriers, and invites people to rethink what it really means to succeed. You're showing them that success isn't about trophies, titles, or shallow recognition. It's about purpose, courage, and the positive impact you leave behind. Your presence is transformative. Every decision, every step, every unshakable stance you take inspires others to push past their own limits. Your honesty, your refusal to apologize for your power, and your relentless pursuit of what's real set a standard that others can't ignore. They see that real success isn't measured by applause or social approval. It's measured by the lives you touch, the changes you spark, and the legacy you build along the way. Take a moment to recognize the force you've become. Your journey is a living example that real growth requires stepping into discomfort, taking risks, and refusing to conform to the expectations of others. Your confidence and determination are contagious. They challenge those around you to rise up, think differently, and pursue their dreams without hesitation. You are a catalyst for transformation, not just for yourself, but for everyone willing to follow your lead. So breathe deeply, embrace your story, and shine without apology. Own your power, break the rules that no longer serve you, and claim your place as a guiding light in the world. Yes, there will be challenges along the way, but every obstacle is an opportunity to grow stronger, bolder, and more influential. Remember, being chosen isn't about praise. It's about impact. It's about touching lives, inspiring change, and leaving a legacy that outlasts you. As you continue on this path, know that your journey is a beacon for others, living proof that purpose-driven success is real, attainable, and transformational. If this message resonated with you, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more content that challenges the way we think about success and power. Like and share this video to help others step into their purpose, and leave your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear how your journey is inspiring change around you. Together, we're building a community of people who refuse to settle, who refuse to follow the crowd, and who are ready to rise, shine, and make a difference. Thank you for being here. Keep shining, keep growing, and never forget the power of the path you're on. Now that you've seen what it truly means to step into your purpose, there's something even deeper waiting for you. Truths that most people will never discover about the power you already carry. In the next video, I'll reveal the hidden steps that turn your struggles into unstoppable momentum, and how you can harness them to create a life no one can touch. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. because what comes next will change how you see yourself, your path, and the way the world responds to your rise. Click to watch, and let's continue this journey together.